Did you wake up feeling rested? Perhaps you're not a morning person and you like to push that snooze button for just 5 more minutes. Or perhaps like me, your daughter convinced you that you should have a sleepover in the caravan. And yes, I did not wake up fresh and rested. And the birds are really noisy today, which I'm not going to complain about because it's actually so lovely. But yes, I am not fresh and rested. So if we've not met before, I'm Caroline and I show up every day to share tips about how to use journaling to improve our well-being. So I share different tips every day, things that you can write about. And today I thought that we could write about our mind-body connection and the importance of sleep. Sleep is one of the biggest factors in our well-being, and when that is off, everything else can become quite a struggle. I recently had Dr. Clara Donan on my podcast and we talked about this linkage between sleep and brain health because she is a brain health specialist. She has an amazing company called Noggin that creates bespoke supplements that support brain health, particularly for people with long-term health conditions, neurological conditions. She herself has a neurological condition and also menopause as well, so she has a product specifically for that. And yeah, we talked about how interconnected our mind and our body is, and that's what I thought that we could write about today in our journaling. What does a healthy body connection mean to you? Write down your definition and any steps you can take to cultivate this connection. So there are lots of things that you could bring into your writing today. Perhaps you want to write about sleep. Maybe it's managing stress and how to reduce those stress hormones, so your adrenaline and cortisol. Perhaps you want to take a look at your gut health because there's a really strong connection between that and your brain health and the rest of your body. So things that you can do to improve your microbiome, so that's all the bacteria that live in your gut. I think one thing to take into account today in your writing is that wellness is as much a mental battle as it is the physical processes that happen. And I think journaling is such a good way of being able to properly think about how your own mindset and your the actions that you take and your behaviors influence your well-being. So I know, like, I'm the same. It is so hard when you have a desire to change something in your life. It is so hard to stick to that. And I'm not saying that journaling is the magic answer, but I do think writing things down and being really intentional, I think it can help. So maybe that's another thing that you could think about in your writing today. Our bodies are amazing, and as I was speaking to Dr. Clara in the podcast, like, it's just mind-blowing to realise that we don't know the half of how all of these interconnections work, and keeping our bodies healthy is one of the most important things we can do to keep our brains healthy. If you do want to check out the podcast, it's called Create Your Kindspace, so same as the name that I use here, and it's on all the podcast players. So yeah, maybe check it out. You'll get lots of tips about sleep, and I hope you have a beautiful day. It's actually looking really good here today for a change, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow for some more journaling.